cry, don't cry.
Oh man, he's not listening to us. And now he has doot on his face. How do we get it off?
What did your I am not perfect, I am mom parenting book say?
Well, it says, I have a great friend who gave me an excellent piece of advice. Keep your left pocket free for hookahs. Before I became a mom, I swore up and down that I would never, even if my life depended on it, wipe the kids, running snooty, boogie-filled noses with my fingers. But now I become the mom who has wiped her fingers 1,237 times. I get what she meant.
Okay, that's funny, but you know what? I'm gonna skip the fingering part. I think I'm just gonna stick with the tissue.
Thanks, Persis. This kindergarten clock beat is so not working out. Life is tough. Enough as ex-show agents on the run. We can't even get proper jobs thanks to Hydra who are pulling strings everywhere. People are having fun outside the pool party, and we are babysitting kids and trying to maintain some kind of security.
Geez, you know what? Hydra can literally go Bangara themselves. Hey, you know what? Come on. We are Tomboy T-Rod, okay? Chin up. Asia's biggest and only all-female English comedy chat podcast. What could possibly go wrong?
You know what? That's like understatement here. Remember, we are a no-holds-barred podcast with a lot of geek and humor thrown into every episode, but we still have a reputation to maintain. No kiddie business here, hey. We got to keep this like PG-13.
PG-13? You know what? That sounds like a deadly disease like SARS or that, what is that? MERS or... You know what? I give up, All these kids, if you want to be responsible, you ought to check out these two women behaving extremely suspiciously at the buffet table outside the childcare room. They're looking like they're wearing shorts and bikini tops, and they haven't even shaven their legs. This is atrocious, if you ask me, going all Frenchy like that.
Alright, let's go and give them this. I can be the security guard.
Excuse me, what's that,
Pool party ticket?
Oh, yes, okay, yes. Wait, go do some serious finding. Oh yeah, somebody gonna get real hurt here.
Hello ladies. What do you think you're doing?
Hello, want some wine?
No, I don't drink on the job. What's in your handbag?
Oh, nothing. What is that?
Oh no, it's a...
Slime ball! Run!
Arr!
No, not again! Reading. A word of advice. Never, absolutely never, move into a place with white marble anything and with a kid. Stains become permanent in 1 second flat. Markers, paint, juice, ketchup, soy sauce, and everything that fell onto a marble table left a permanent spot that was to forever live there.
Whoops! The walls are all green now. Too bad. But at least it's an improvement.
Hey, I think that's Jasmine and Shelley, the authors of the hilarious parenting book we're reading from.
Oh, really? That's awesome! Maybe you should hit them up for some advice on how to take care of those babies inside the room.
Why are you ladies not upset at all this mess?
Both of you are hit by the bomb too. How come you look so chill?
We are moms. Nothing frazzles us anymore.
Especially when you have walked around with poop on you, a little slime is nothing.
Indeed. And that's pretty much the topic of today's crazy episode. So what do you guys get when you mix two crazy moms, two semi-clueless husbands, and three wacko kids? A damn good book full of hilarious stories. We have Jasmine Han and Shelley Holly on our show today. Yay!
Yay! Woohoo!
Both are first-time authors, and their book, I Am Not Perfect, I Am a Mom, are available online. Shelley is a stay-at-home mother of one who likes her wine, and Jasmine is full-time mother with no helper, oh no, and co-owner of Slap Dance Studio, where she is a pole dancer and a striptease instructor. So guys, what's your book about?
Hello, first of all, we're so excited to be on podcast with two lovely ladies, Persis and Raven. Thank you so much for having us on your show today.
Hello, everyone. This is Shelley. Hi.
Hey.
And our book is really just about all the crazy and uncontrollable stuff that happens while parenting. I think no matter where you're from, what culture, anyone that has a toddler or has had a little baby knows that there are just random things they're going to do, and you have no control of it over at all. So this book just is really some good, funny stories to make everyone know that you're normal even when the crazy stuff happens.
Yeah, so this book is also for everybody. And when we started writing it, before we started writing it, we noticed that, you know what, there is not really a lot of normal books written by normal people in normal language. A lot of the books that we pick up are about self-help. They're very medically based, written by professionals. And what we really want to know is, does it really happen to all moms, or is it just me? So when you pick up this book, you find that, oh, I'm normal. This is actually a sane thing. So if you want a bit of sanity, I guess please pick up our book.
How do you both ladies meet? Like how, and what makes you think that you want to write a book together?
I met Shelley by the pool. My kids were having a swim lesson, and then Shelley walked past and she yelled out, "Are you guys having a swim lesson?" And I said, "Yes, why don't you join us?" So I think she hung out with us for a while, and I invited her over for lunch. Then we started chatting and we hit it off right away. Then we had a couple of mommies groups play dates together, and we realized that there are a lot of funny stories out there, and a lot of weird mothers out there as well. So
Weird mothers, okay.
yeah, we can't. Well, we're not the weird ones actually, but sometimes we are. Then we decided that the book. We decided to write the book.
Yeah, we just kept saying to each other, you know, hey, I did this today, or my kid did this today, and we would say, you know, someone needs to put this in a book because that is real life. This is the stuff that people don't admit as mothers that they do, like you eat a goldfish off the floor that's been there for 6 months, or your kid did the same, or just some of the crazy things. And so Jasmine says, we need to put this in a book. And so we ended up putting it all in a book. So we spilled our beans, we spilled our life, and all of the funny, crazy things. And you admit as a parent, I mean, honestly, not all moms could probably write this book because you don't want to admit it, or because you're maybe just not quite crazy enough to do some of the stupid things that we've done as well, you know. So it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So could you tell us how we could get the book? Where can we purchase it?
Sure. You can directly order the book at the comforts of your own home through www.epigram.com.sg. That's epigram.com.sg, and just head on and click shop now. You can order as many books as you want, and it'll be delivered straight to your home, whether you are in Scotland, in Thailand, or in Singapore. And if you're around the CBD area, you can pick up the book right at my dance studio, which is Slap Dance Studio, down at 155 Telok Ayer Street, Singapore 068611. And we have a fabulous Facebook page as well. Shelley, you want to talk a bit about that?
Yes, the Facebook page is facebook.com/notperfectmoms. And on the Facebook page, you can find links to our media files, such as this podcast right here, as well as a link to the location to purchase the book, to the location of Jasmine's slap dance studio and any other fun bits and pieces that we post online. You can like the page and come follow us there.
Cool. Thanks, ladies. We'll check it out later. So meanwhile, guys, we've got to get on the show. With the show, of course. We've got news highlights and so much more to talk about.
Forget working. I know just the place where they stash the good champagne.
Brilliant!
Oh, yes. Come follow us.
Yay!
Yay, let's go! Hollywood's golden couple, Ben Affleck and Jennifer Garner, announced their divorce after 10 years of marriage, and it's freaking everybody out big time. Come on, we all watched the Daredevil movie, and we know it didn't work out between Daredevil and Elektra. So why is this a surprise for everyone?
I don't know. Maybe because they both have superpowers and they kind of, irritated and annoyed the hell out of each other. But you know what's really strange about this divorce? They're doing it very amicably. Apparently, what happened was they were actually separated and were having marriage problems for like the last 2 years, in which they were actually getting some, therapy. But I think they really, really did try as much as they could to sort of save the marriage for the sake of the children. But, they couldn't, obviously. But at the same...
So it's like uncoupling.
Oh, yeah.
Between Chris Martin and Gwyneth Paltrow.
A conscious uncoupling, yes. Well, it's not an uncoupling, so to speak, because basically Ben Affleck is in the midst of actually building an apartment building within the grounds of their current home. So I'm not sure how this is going to pan out, because it really feels like, it's like an unwanted person on your grounds. Like if I was the wife, and I'm divorcing my husband, it would be like seeing a homeless guy just, living by my postbox. And it's very annoying. It's that kind of annoying. I mean, how do you live with someone that you don't sleep with anymore, you don't have any intimate relationships with, and, he happens to be your neighbor? It's weird,
Or maybe it's because they are okay, but they're only divorcing because she can't stand his snoring or something.
Yeah, probably that. And maybe he makes really bad mac and cheese for the kids. I don't know. Or maybe he just makes bad mac and cheese in a Batman suit. And speaking about Batman, maybe now Batman can find solace in the arms of Wonder Woman. They've released some pictures from the movie. Something fishy is going on between these two. Over in Alaska, residents of Fairbanks reported seeing several terrifying foot-long eel-like fish scattered around town. And, have you seen the photo of these fishes? They're like parasite fish with a jawless mouth full of teeth, and they attach themselves onto the host's body. Dun, dun, dun. Seems like the Frankenfish are here. And we just want to let everyone know, welcome to the bottom of the food chain.
Oh dear, no more flushing down dead wheelie down the toilet for me then. Ew.
Yeah, I know, it's strange, Raven. I mean, it's not just this fish, but have you noticed in the last few weeks and months, they've been really obsessing about fish and worms? Because a few weeks ago, there was actually this concern that there was this fish that has an ability to walk, that has already invaded Australia, and they're very scared that this fish is going to invade other parts of the world, because once this fish get onto land, there's no stopping them.
So what? It's evolution, and then they will become grow longer legs, and they will turn into some kind of a fish human.
Very fishy situation, It brings new meaning to the word fishnet stockings.
Speaking of fishnet stockings, Twitter explodes recently after a woman named Sarah O'Connor accidentally tweets the ultimate Terminator reference.
Oh, really? I mean, with a name like Sarah O'Connor?
Yeah, sure. This Financial Times correspondent claims that she didn't make the connection when she tweeted about this worker in Volkswagen being killed by a robot. Dun, dun, dun. You know what? Maybe she's living off the grid. And it's really interesting because, back in April, Google filed a robotics patent. So this patent, right, it involves allocating tasks to a plurality of robotic devices. So in layman's terms, it means that multiple robots could be controlled from one central device, like your computer or smartphone, from anywhere in the world.
Aren't they already doing that?
And there's no stated limit to how many robots this may include.
So
Oh dear.
you're saying that robots are going to take over the world?
Yeah. And if they do one day, do you think they will wage war on all humanity to avenge for all the times we make it search for like Kim Kardashian's butt?
I don't know. If Arnold Schwarzenegger is leading the robotic mission, I'm all in, man. I mean, what are they going to call themselves? Hasta la vista,
So you're basically saying that the Google is like our Skynet now, basically.
Google is going to be our Skynet. Google is going to be our surgeon. Google is going to be our maid. Google is going to be our driver, what with their driverless cars. Google is just going to be the next, human species. Pretty soon, we will all be wiped out, and the only thing that's going to be left on this world is a Google planet. Alcohol at any time of the day is allowed if you are a parent. It's especially recommended in the evenings when the kids have drifted off to sleep. A bottle of wine, a glass of wine is my favorite. I admit it, I've pumped milk in one hand and held a glass, in another. You can pump and dump, or you can pump and drink. I prefer the latter.
Quite good advice from the book. I mean, we tomboys can totally relate to that. Alcohol is available at all times of the day if you're single.
That's right. Yeah, single people rock! Yeah, of course, we tomboys can also relate to that because, wine solves all problems, whether you're single or a parent.
Are you sure about another glass of champagne?
Well, our families are not around, so cheers, everybody!
Cheers.
Cheers!
And we are also going on stage to promote our book at a pool party of complete strangers in this madness.
Fair enough. Most motherhood books tell you how to be the perfect mom and how to raise the perfect kid. Apparently, this is not one of those books. I'm not perfect, I'm a mom. It's a collection of light-hearted true stories about the bizarre experience of pregnancy, attempting to avoid public tantrums, making it through the terrible 2s and 1s, 3s and 4s, and trying not to punch the husband while he's trying to be helpful. So today we have Jasmine Han and Shelley Holly on the show, both moms with 3 young kids between them, as they regale us with their humorous collective experiences about surviving and not perfecting motherhood. With that, let's get to the first question. So guys, how do you keep your humor, intact amid all this craziness of having kids around you all the time?
Well, how we keep them intact. Well, we have a lot of practice every single day. So I think that helps a lot. And I think it's the moms who don't see their kids all the time and who are not very hands-on, they get in trouble and they think that they get frazzled very easily. But for us, everything is considered normal now. So we're kind of used to the insanity. That's how we cope.
I'm not married, I don't have kids, but I have a lot of friends who do. They have toddlers to like teenagers. I've heard a lot of parents say that when the kids are very young, they feel very drained. Do you guys have any advice or tips out there to let people No, like let parents know how you can actually have fun because when you have a kid, actually a lot of parents see it as a bane and a responsibility that's very heavy on their shoulders. But actually, kids are fun. Kids are go wild. How do you guys, think that maybe parents should take a different view of things? Do you think that, they should just have fun? Because, you only have your kid for that moment, they only go through their childhood only once.
Well, I'm not going to say that parenthood is easy, but it shouldn't be that hard as well. It's like a relationship with your husband. If it's too hard, then it's not worth it. And I think a lot of people right now, they stress themselves out a lot. And like I said, the terms of parenting have changed. I mean, if I look at how my grandmother brought up 10 grandkids, and we didn't really go home from Monday to Friday. We stayed with the grandparents, and then Friday, Saturday, Sunday. This is very common practice, I think in Malaysia as well, that they stay with the grandparents during the week, and then they go home and stay with the parents over the weekend. And my grandma took care of 10 kids with my grandfather. Cooked, cleaned, washed, got us to school, well fed, nobody died, nobody went to the hospital for any serious thing. So right now, we're just too fussy. We're just too fussy as human beings, and we read too many books, go on too many internet websites, attend too many workshops to have that perfect kid, and we end up killing ourselves, neglecting our husband, getting divorces, and stressing out, and seeing counselors, psychiatrists, and all that. If you really enjoy, and you be a hands-on mom, chill out a bit. Like take for example, the other day, my house was in a mess. I didn't have time to cook dinner. But I still chose to take 2 of my kids to the pool for an hour or 2 and come back and deal with it later. Instead of having cranky kids driving you up the wall and you trying to clean up the house, and it's not going to happen because they're in the house at the same time. So I would say to parents right now, chillax. Chillax, mama. Chillax, papa.
So is there anything funny in your own experiences for you, Shelley and Jasmine? When you were raising your kids, like what were the most funniest moments for the both of you?
Funniest kids? There's so many. I don't know, Shelley.
Oh, I mean, I have.
Shelley's got to pick one.
I do. I mean, Jake has been a very active, fun kid. He had an entire episode for a while where when he would poop his pants, his way to let me know was to take it out and hand it to me. And the first time this happened, it was actually to my husband. And my husband's like, "Oh, what do you have there, a raisin?" And he puts it in his hand and he looks at it, and then he looks over at me with like a look of death and says, "Oh my God," he freaks out, and it's like, he just handed me a turd. Our kid just handed me a turd, Shirley. What am I supposed to? And I said, "Oh my gosh, what's happening?" So, so we got through that.
Fresh
it was
raisins.
A few months, though, I'm not going to lie, of fresh raisins coming throughout the house. So, and you either have to laugh at those moments. There's no reason to get mad at it. I mean, it's frustrating, but you would really have to go back and say, my kid's handed me poop. Like, I don't even know. It's just, So you have to be lighthearted. You really have to take it lightheartedly. And there's going to be moments when you don't. It's not always lighthearted and funny. You're going to get frustrated at times, but but it's okay. You're going to make it through. Step away. Count to 10. I can't lie. I have shut myself in the bathroom and counted to 10. Had my moment, and then I walk back out, and I try to start new.
I think the day of a mom really depends on, number one, how much sleep she got last night. Is she well the next day? If she's well, she's eaten well, she's slept well, actually she can handle anything. Anything is fine. But it's just that accumulation of maybe not being well, and then you're not getting enough sleep, your immune system kind of breaks down, and you are kind of sickish and on the verge of getting sick all the time, and you don't have enough sleep and not proper nutrition, and that's when your tolerance for everything goes zilch. Yeah, so for moms out there, I would say just be as fit as you can, eat as well as you can, and rest as much as you can, which is not really possible lots of time. Yeah. So it really depends on how much alcohol you drink during the night before.
Okay.
Yeah, totally agree.
That's it.
So how do you guys go out and have fun with kids? I mean, Singapore is a bit challenging because we are like in a city. We're living in a city with high-rise buildings. There aren't a lot of like nature places, natural places. So how do you have fun?
There's a lot more than you would think once you have kids. Would you agree, Jasmine?
Yes, totally
Once you
agree.
have children, you seek out and you find the places. And my word of advice on this, and this is what happens when you have children, you end up meeting other moms and dads that have children the same age as yours, and they become the people that you hang out with. That becomes your friend base. And so when you go out on a Friday night, you go out with the kids and you find a playground, and then you find you still can get your beer and you can still have some wine. We're not getting wasted, but we're having a good time, and the kids are also having a good time, and no one is judging you or thinking, oh my gosh, I can't believe your kid just did this. But we're all watching each other's children as well, so you all kind of get a little bit of a break because there's several adult eyes and the kids are playing together. It just makes it easier to meet parents that have children the same age as yours. Your life seems more functional.
Yeah, definitely. I find it a bit more challenging now to hang out with single people. They're just extra unnecessary entertainment. Yeah. I know it's a little bit rude to say this. Sorry, my single friends, but if you're not helping us, you're not with us.
That's true, though. It is very true.
Yeah. Yeah, it is very true because, like if we go out with a bunch of moms, they think a step ahead. They will get extra snacks. They always have extra diapers. You never have to worry. And, the people who are single, when they suggest a place to go, it will be a place that's totally not child-friendly. And they don't know what to do with your kids, which is okay because we've all been there. But like I said, it's easier to hang out with people, like what Shelley said, people who have kids around your same.
Cool. So going back to the book, we have read your book and it's really funny, but some parts are quite explicit as well. So how does your editor and publisher deal with that? I mean, are they? Because I went to your book launch and you were telling us that the book, when you first wrote the book, is even more more explicit, and they had to tone it down. So
that's right. Because I don't know if you remember this, Shelley, but then when we went to see our publishers and editors, and we asked them, I said, "How do you want us to write a book?" They say, "Make it as rude as you can." I remember that.
In your face. They said actually put it in your face, rude.
Yeah.
That's what we want.
So we did that, and to be honest, me and Shelley actually toned down our first draft before sending it to them because we thought, oh no, I don't think Singapore is ready for this. But they actually toned it down even more. So we toned it down once, and they toned it down another time. So we'll be happy to let you read the rough draft if you like, but it's all been edited already.
We even had to put in disclaimers for like shopping at IKEA and then punching our husbands in the faces that we don't actually do it. Like we don't condone domestic violence, and we actually love IKEA. We just had one date in there that was hard. So I thought that was humorous. Let's not put that in there because I don't want that. Throw that one out.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Do you remember Ally McBeal? Do you guys remember that show, Ally McBeal? You guys do?
Yeah.
Yes, we do. Yeah.
I've been searching my soul tonight. Okay, so whenever she like punches somebody in the face, it's just in her brain.
Yeah.
And it's all animated.
Yeah.
So that's what we have in our brain.
Okay, so this is the part of the show where we have the Tomboy T-Rod rapid fire round.
That's right, the Yummy Mommy edition. Plus tomboys.
First question. When a piece of food drops to the ground or on the table, do you both follow the 5-second rule?
5 seconds too short. I might still be eating. So maybe I would say a minute to 3 minutes.
I'm more of a 5-month rule kind of person.
Depending on the food. If it's bananas, maybe 2 days. But if it's like a cracker or an Oreo cookie, 5 months is good. I agree with Shelley.
Next question. How do you balance a stroller and a glass of wine?
Well, you have 2 hands. You push with one, you drink with the other.
Get your husband to push the stroller. Get your toddler to get off the stroller and stop being a lazy butt and push it so you can carry a glass of wine.
Okay, so if both of you can swap bodies with your husbands for a day, what would you do?
I wouldn't want to do that. He's not got a good body.
Not gonna do the Korean drama thing, right?
Honestly, that's the first thing that came up when you said that was just because it would be interesting to pee like a man. I don't know.
How do you pee? No, I think being a woman is better because you can pee and poo at the same time. But as a man, you need to pee standing and then you need to poo sitting. Yeah, I don't know
Okay,
how to
pee
do
in the
that.
bushes? I don't know.
agree.
Convenience factor though, the guys can do it everywhere. Like girls, we still need a cubicle.
Limitations of our reproductive
No, I've
organs.
peed in a car before in a diaper, so I think you can pee anywhere as a woman as well.
Oh.
Heavily pregnant, stuck in a traffic jam, what do? Pee in a diaper. That's it.
I don't know why that is not in the book, Jasmine. I'm just saying that should have been in the book. You missed that one.
So what is your favorite mom character from a movie or TV series?
Oh, my favorite mom has got to be that lady from Married with Children. I love her. She's so chillax. And I love
Katie
Roseanne.
Seagal? Oh, Roseanne.
she's
Yes, I
fabulous
love
mom.
Roseanne as well.
Yes.
She's the best mom, I think. I think it's the funniest mom. Okay, so next question. What's the funniest questions your kids ever asked you?
Mommy, why is Jack a boy?
Ooh.
Yeah. And Mommy, why is Jack an alien? So, well, you know what? Anything you don't want to answer, you just say, ask Daddy when he comes back. He knows everything.
So how about you, Shelly?
Gosh, I'm trying to think. It always goes back to poop with Jake. I think he had to ask me why he couldn't touch the poop. What, why can't I touch that?
Since we like swapping bodies so much, if you can swap body with each other, so Shelly becomes Jasmine, Jasmine becomes Shelly, for one day, what would you do?
Well, mine's easy.
I would cook the whole day. I would cook the whole day and bring everything back to my house.
And then re-swap bodies.
That's it. Because Shelly is the most
Wow.
amazing cook I know. And she can make the most amazing coconut cream pies and biscuits ever.
Wow, we are coming over to Shelley's house for coconut biscuits.
Exactly.
Yeah, after this party, we are just gonna crash over at Shelly's house.
Yes.
Awesome. Well, mine's an easy answer. Obviously, I would totally be a pole dancer for a day doing amazing stuff on the pole. I mean, honestly, and if I was in Jasmine's body, I would just walk around with as little amounts of clothing as possible because I would have a smoking hot body. I mean, I might be naked most of the time. I don't know. So.
Yeah. Maybe not in Singapore. Oh dear. We'll get in trouble.
Well, I'd have to be naked somewhere for a while.
And sometimes a kid would poop in the pool. That was when we all promptly packed and left, as we didn't want our kids to mistake one of the floaters for an overripe banana.
Is that Persis in the truck?
Oh no! This spells trouble!
What's in that truck?
Well, I decided to help myself a few of these slime balls. They can come in handy next time when we take out our enemies.
A few? The truck's filled to the brim with them.
Don't worry, we'll hold off those pesky adults with all this champagne.
Thanks, Shelly.
And I've just loaded 2 crates of champagne into your truck. Help us hang on to them, won't you?
Oh no! Save me from this chaos!
Ew! Hey, what's that thing floating in the water?
Let's not think about it, Cassis, huh? Just, think happy thoughts.
Oh, crap. The babies are awake. Damn those babies. We need to check on them first before we sneak off.
Yeah, I think so too. Thanks for chatting with us. Bye for now, Shirley and Jasmine.
Bye,
Bye,
tomboys.
tomboys!
What's with the smell?
All the babies, they're all taking a dump at the same time. What? I think they're going to set this place off now. might just explode. What's this? The truck! We need to get in the truck now!
Oh no! Too late! Well, that's the end of another stinky episode of Tomboy T-Rod with the Yummy Mummies. Thanks for listening, folks. If you enjoyed this episode of the show, don't forget to subscribe on iTunes and Stitcher and give us feedback. And just an important announcement to all our listeners, we will be taking a break in August as we'll be moving out of Podomatic because, well, they screwed us up big time. So we'll no longer be posting our episodes there. Instead, we'll be hosting our show on Blueberry on our very own brand new feed.
That's right! On 1st of September, unsubscribe to our current iTunes feed and delete the playlist. Then resubscribe to our new feed on iTunes, which will be blasting all over the place.
That's right. We'll be putting up specific instructions on how you can do that on our website at www.tomboy-tarts.com, where you'll also find great tomboy-centric articles.
We'll also be putting up the link for our new podcast feed all over our social media too. Check it out on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Tumblr. Just type Tomboy Tarts.
And if you have any inquiries about advertising, collaborating, or appearing on this podcast or our blog, drop us an email at tomboy.tarts@gmail.com or hello@tomboy-tarts.com. Because we are everywhere, like the babies. Until the next 2 weeks when we return with our compilation episodes. Ciao!
Ciao!
And adios, amigos!